Tomorrow, we need to go into the Trump Tower. Into the Trump Tower.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. It was the F around us of times, the fine outing us of times. I guess we're going to find out today if the Trump administration really means it when they say on this program and others that they are going to prosecute left-wing terrorists. Trump Tower is the victim of a terrorist attack right now by libs who've stormed the tower and are now refusing to leave, desecrating and screeching, screaming, and disrupting. Demonstrators filled the lobby of Trump Tower in New York City after ICE arrests of Columbia University activists and terrorists. Somebody who wants to bring down Western civilization, and he hates America, and you can do that from home. You don't have to do that here. Having a green card is a privilege. Police were staged outside of the Fifth Avenue building ahead of the demonstration, began arresting protesters after warning them to leave. Trump Tower serves the headquarters for the Trump organizations, where the president stays when he's in New York. A line of protesters could be seen being led into awaiting NYPD police trucks following the stint. Check this out. They're protesting for a dude who was born in Syria and helped lead protests at Columbia University, violent protests that occupy the entire campus, and these people are occupying all of Trump Tower. Now, I don't understand, because I've been to Trump Tower before. There's like very serious security there. So who exactly let these people in, right? Like, they're clearly there to do no good. What's going on, right? And if they're refusing to follow police orders, then yeah, let's please load them up in the trucks and arrest them. And this is clearly something that you're not allowed to do, and they arrested and destroyed the lives of J6ers for much less. Protesters occupying Trump Tower lobby. Protesters held signs saying, "Free Mahmoud, free Palestine." Oh, okay. Same as it's ever been. What's going to go on with these people? I mean, you can see here in the clips. Not allowed to do that. It's private property. Here's the protest filled with a bunch of aging white liberal women, aging white liberal men. Can't differentiate between the two of them. They're the exact same phenotype at that point. Grotesque, sad, smelly protesters that are getting arrested now. I don't know if you can see it. There's some of the arrests. This is happening a lot faster than it happens inside the U.S. Capitol. There goes that Kamala Harris' stepdaughter. Kamala Harris' stepdaughter. Good to see them actually taking it seriously. Let's continue to read. The chief of police, John Schell, said that there were 98 people arrested in 2 hours with no issues. All the protesters have since been removed. The police were seen loading protesters into a big NYPD van while remaining detaining protesters on an MTA bus. They loaded them up in the van. Look at that. The woke, white, liberal woman. The bane of society. Violent leftists who stormed Trump Tower are getting arrested. NYPD now arresting protesters who took over Trump Tower around and find out. They have live shots of the arrests. It's beautiful to see. At least they're doing something about it. Once again, these people are doing much more than the vast majority of J6ers. Might I argue all of the J6ers, because, well, the Trump Tower is a private property. There's a fundamental right to protest your government and grievances. The U.S. Capitol belongs to us, the American people. It's a building that on any day, you walk right into the U.S. Capitol, walk right through the visitor center, you go through a magnometer, you go through the big metal detectors, and you walk right into the U.S. Capitol. You go on a tour, go walk around, right? Go visit your senator, your member of Congress. This is a public, open building, right? And again, on that level, this is worse than January 6th, because this is a private building. If you want to split hairs, there's the hair. Dozens, hundreds actually, of Palestinian protesters barged into Trump Tower. I don't think they barged. They had to have been let in. They've got to tighten up security around here. I mean, clearly these people are not do-gooders, right? Ne'er-do-wells, they would call them back where I'm from. Unhinged, pro-Hamas mob stormed Trump Tower. Will anything happen to them? Will there be charges? Very interesting. These people are, of course, following the leader, protesting for a guy who just last week tried to take over a college campus. Right here. There you go. I mean, at least the guy doesn't put a kifa on his face. At least he's man enough to, like, show his face. Good for you, I guess. Yeah. I mean, death to America. Like the stickers that the guy was slapping on buildings. Death to America. Right. This is exactly the kind of person that we should have, like, in our country. No. Now, on our program, we recently had Leo Terrell at the DOJ. And I asked him about left-wing terrorism and what would happen. And he said there's going to be people like this are going to be charged and they're going to feel the full force of the law. And I believe that turnabout's fair play. And they destroyed the lives of J6ers, and they should do the exact same thing to these people. Here's Leo Terrell. They staged a literal insurrection. They charged the White House. They burned down buildings that are on White House property, torched St. John's Church, and then threatened to kill Trump. The whole goal was to kill the president of the United States, and that was their stated goal. Yet there's not a single terrorism charge for any of those protesters, Leo.
Well, go ahead, please. Go ahead, because you're absolutely correct.
I find that, not only do I find it egregious, I find it immoral, because what it says is that you can keep doing this.
Well, let's also remember during the summer of 2020 riots, you had Kamala Harris funding a bailout program for criminals. You had a police department in Minnesota burned to the ground and celebrated. And then you had a left-wing media organization, I don't want to mention its name, CNN, claiming that there wasn't a riot and there was burning in the backdrop. This is what the American people did not sign up for during the Biden administration. This is what the American people signed up for by re-electing President Trump as our 47th president. And I'll tell you right now, you're right. Where are the convictions, the prosecution for those people who committed crimes, who committed violence? Nothing. It wasn't done at all. These people were looking at, to me, they were Democratic constituents. But what I'm telling you, Benny, is simply this. There's a new sheriff in town. He's in the White House, and there's one in the Department of Justice. And this country is yearning for law and order. And one of the reasons why I'm here is because I want to work with Pam Bondi. When President Trump appointed me, I said yes, because country first, not my pocketbook for the elite. And that's why the Democrats are on the outside looking in without any direction or without any guidance. Everything Trump is doing right now is what he promised during the campaign. And the voters said, we want you, President Trump.